It looked and sounded like the old days of the Soviet Union, and of course it was meant to. Over 11,000 troops on display, this Russia's biggest annual military parade since it invaded Ukraine. And with an estimated 45,000 Russian dead last year alone, a chance for Vladimir Putin to stiffen their resolve, to remind them what they're fighting against. A Nazi revival, he says, conveniently forgetting that Ukraine's president is Jewish.
Russia has been and will remain an impassable barrier against Nazism, Russophobia and anti-Semitism. The whole country and society support those participating in the special military operation. We are proud of their courage and determination, the power of the spirit which only ever brought us victory.
For the first time, Russia's drones were put on show, a mark of how they've changed the nature of warfare and a rare day off from wreaking havoc. Ukraine's own drone attacks succeeded in closing all 4 of Moscow's airports earlier this week. More than 20 foreign dignitaries turned up, most of them what you might call the axis of the awkward squad, from Cuba, Venezuela and Egypt, and of course the jovial dictator from neighbouring Belarus. Mr. Putin thanked generals visiting from North Korea. 11,000 or so of their troops are effectively his mercenaries, and Western intelligence reckons hundreds have been killed so far. Their presence in Red Square perhaps more the mark of an old world order rather than a new one. The most honoured guest was President Xi of China. Taking tea in the Kremlin, these leaders rejected what they described as Washington's attempt to contain them. And for all Donald Trump's overtures to Moscow, the divide between East and West remains a stark one. This show of force may be discouraging Mr. Trump from thinking a peace deal over Ukraine is even possible. For Russia is now in China's camp rather than the other way round. Mr. Putin depends on a war economy, which is itself dependent on China buying his cheap Russian oil. In Ukraine itself, European ministers and diplomats paid their respects to the war dead in a rather more low-key ceremony. They're hoping Mr. Putin's intransigence will make Mr. Trump realise there's currently no deal worth having with the Russian leader and that more sanctions need to be applied first. And that's President Zelensky's message as well.
We are also getting ready in Ukraine for a meeting with the leaders of the coalition of the willing. Serious work ahead, and we need this coalition, and we need it to be strong enough to guarantee security the way we all agree on.
Back in Moscow, Mr. Putin was remembering the 27 million from the Soviet Union who died during the Second World War. A terrible sacrifice which he believes the West has conveniently forgotten. This flypast, this ceremony, no doubt a morale boost for a leader more isolated than he care admit. Like the rest of us, the Russian leader can only guess what Donald Trump will do next. But as he headed back inside the Kremlin, maybe he was hoping that the US president would become so annoyed and bored by the lack of a quick peace deal that he simply walks away.